Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel where today we're doing yet another mock draft Monday here. PFF has updated a simulator over their weekend and there's a lot of movement on the boards from their rankings that we are going to address here. And so I'm going to do, as we usually do, a full 7-round Green Bay Packers mock draft. If you like seeing this kind of content here on the channel, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and dive in here. Start off at pick 23, and now we have some options here. Two guys I'm definitely looking at here is, there's no trade options, so I'm not going to trade anyone, is Luther Burden in the third and James Pierce Jr. Now, we discussed this the past few ones. These are the two guys I do believe will go earlier in the draft than where PFF is having them. Although James Pierce is a potential slide-down candidate due to his personal issues. But Luther Burden is an absolute beast of a receiver. We keep going over him. Had a great 2023. Did not have a good 2024 in terms of production, but that's because he was like the only option on Missouri's offense in terms of receiving. So he got routinely double, triple coverage, and the way they used him wasn't that great either. But this is a guy who can play all over the field. Could be your slot guy, could be your X, could be good screens, come out of the backfield. He could do anything, can run great routes, and overall will be an excellent receiver to put in Matt LaFleur's system. Young guy too, he's 21 years old. Bit shorter than what Packers like at 5'11", but weighs 208 pounds. And overall is just an absolute beast of a receiver. But then there is also the other thing we need to fix, which is our pass rush. And James Pierce Jr., for all his off-the-field issues that are coming up here about him in high school, kind of being like a weirdo, psycho guy, kind of a-hole type personality, this dude can play football. Back-to-back dominant years at SEC level in Tennessee. Had 43 hurries last year, 8 sacks, 13 sacks the year before. Great pass rush win rate, good run stop rate, can do everything. Good run defender, good pass rusher. 6'5", 243, great athlete. Just a pure athlete that has good pass rush moves. He's also flexible. Is very twitchy. So could be an outside linebacker. And is just a guy that you want to have here in terms of rushing the passer. But for me, I'm going to go with Luther Burden. I absolutely love him as a wide receiver for the Packers. And that is a position of need. Like, right now, receiver and edge rusher are the two biggest needs for this offense, this team. Because receivers, we basically have just Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks. Because who knows what Romeo Doubs is going to be doing. If he gets hit in the head again, his career is basically over. And we just have those two, so we need to bring someone in. And Luther Burden can do it all. So I'm going to take Luther Burden here at pick 23. And then we go all the way down to pick... Oh, okay, I know who I'm taking here. It's been a while, but we're taking Jaden freaking Higgins here. This has been my dude for the Packers ever since I did my first mock draft for the year. Just seeing his peripheral stats, his overall stats the past 2 years, and his size. This is a Packers wide receiver. I mean, 6'4", 215 pounds, big possession receiver, good route runner. Not the fastest guy in the world, but, I mean, 58.3 contested catch rate, great against man coverage, does not drop the ball at all. I mean, just in these first two picks, we basically built a really good receiving core between Luther Burden, Jaden Higgins, Jaden Reed, and Dontavian Wicks. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at anyone else here. I'm not trading at all. I am taking my man Jaden Higgins. Oh, cancel. Like, no question at all, I'm taking Jaden Higgins right here. So, I just got really, really excited there. I'm sorry. And at pick 87, this lines up perfectly as well, as there is an edge rusher here that I really like coming out of SMU, and Elijah Roberts. Back-to-back really good years, 45-plus hurry seasons, good pass rush win rate, good pass rusher, good run defender. He's 6'4", 295 pounds. They say he can play better as a 3-4 end, but I think he could play for the Packers as well. Kind of be a D-end to the Y7 outside linebacker. But he could be an absolute beast of a pass rusher for us here. And that's just something we need. Some guy off the bench, because we have good run defenders. We have good run defenders on our defensive line. Problem is, we need to get good pass rushers. He can come in and provide some juice to there. I think That would be absolutely fantastic. So let's go and take Elijah Roberts here at pick 87. Haven't had to make any trades at all. So now here you are at pick 124, and there's a guy here I really like. Noel Williams out of Cal. Good solid corner, because we do need some more corners in the room, because we still don't know what the heck's going on with Jair Alexander, if he's going to stay or not. Even if he's staying, the guys behind him are Carrington Valentine, Keyshawn Nixon, and Kalen King. And Nate Hobbs, who he just signed. But I still would like to add one more body to that room, because Nate Hobbs and Jair are injury prone. Keyshawn is fine. Carrington is solid. No idea what Kalen King's like. So Noel Williams is a guy who's been mocked a lot for the Packers in here. Has 7 interceptions last year. Did give up 3 touchdowns and 31 receptions. But a pass rating against a 40.1. Good in coverage. Good run defender. Good in zone. Good man coverage. Had 10 forced incompletions. Just really good. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. Good size for press coverage. So I think he could be a really good, reliable tackle with good run defender. We like that out of corners. I think Noel Williams would fit really well in this defense. I'm going to select him here in the 4th round with pick 124. And now here we are at pick 159. The guy I wanted to hear, Kyle Williams, is gone. But there's a couple guys here that I do like. I mean, there's Tyler Barron out of Miami, Florida. A solid edge rusher the past couple years. Good pass rusher win rate. I had him mocked in the 3rd round earlier, but he's fallen down the draft boards. He's 6'5", 260 pounds. He does miss some tackles, which is a concern, but I mean, really good pass rusher that we could take to boost our line. But there's also Elijah Huzzie out of North Carolina. Had 3 really solid years there. 5'10", 195, so a little bit smaller. Since we took Noel Williams here in the 4th round, we don't need to take Huzzie here because I think that fills out a corner room very well. But Tyler Barron out of Miami, Florida, I think would be another good body to add in our pass rush room. Like, good size. He's got solid production. And I think he'd be a very good fit on this Packers defense. So it's going to take Tyler Barron, the edge out of Miami, at pick 159. Then we go all the way to 198. There's a bunch of quarterbacks that just fall here. But I'm going to look to add to our defensive line. And another guy I looked at last time was Junior Tafuna, who had a really solid year last year, 13 hurries, good run defender. He's got good size, former linebacker, so he needs some time to build up his strength a bit, but I think he's a guy who could be a very good TJ Slayton replacement, able to stop the run pretty well, so I think he would be a solid flyer to take here in the late 6th round. So I'm going to take Junior Tafuna out of Utah. And then pick 237. There's a couple guys here I might want to look at. There's LaJohntay Wester out of Colorado. He had a couple really solid years. Good against man coverage. 66.7 contested catch rate. Smaller, though, for the Packers. 5'11", 167 pounds. That is light as heck. Not really the Packers type. There's also Samuel Brown out of Miami. I mean, really bad contested catch rate. Bad drop. Bad grade against man. 6'2", 195. That is not the Packers type at all. Not really much I'm seeing here that I like. We could add a guard here. Timothy McKay out of NC State. Has flexibility right tackle, right guard. Allowed 2 sacks last year. A 69.8 run block grade. He's got decent size, 6'4", 312. Could be just a depth guy to have. There's also Joshua Gray, who has left tackle, left guard versatility. I mean, just is a good zone blocker, which is the Packers do run. He could just be a good depth guy to have. So let's go and pick Joshua Gray here, just as a depth offensive lineman in the 7th round. The Packers always pick someone like that. And then at pick 250, I'm going to go ahead and look for a linebacker because I think we need some linebacker depth with Eric Wilson leaving. And Smail Mondon Jr. I mean, he's just a solid linebacker out of Georgia. We know how we like our he is very fast, so basically could be a Quay Walker replacement after Quay leaves, most likely. So, good athlete with explosiveness and good speed. I mean, that seems like the kind of guy the Packers like to take. And him here to end the 7th round, I think could be a good just guy to have on the roster. It's going to take him here at pick 250. And overall, I think we nailed this draft. I mean, we basically fixed our wide receiver room with adding Luther Burden and Jaden Higgins. I mean, the fact if those two guys are our first 2 picks, I would be ecstatic. Jordan Love will have so many guys to throw to. Elijah Roberts would be a good edge rusher for the Packers to have added to that group. Hopefully Lucas Van Ness can develop because they're not taking a top-tier guy early. But Elijah Roberts, I think, will be a very solid player for us. Noel Williams, round out that corner room, will be a very solid addition. Then we have Tyler Barron out of Miami, Florida, just to add another body to the edge rush room. Had good production, could be kind of like a Kingsley and a Barre type guy. And then we have Junior Tafuna, basically be our TJ Slayton replacement. Joshua Gray, a good zone blocker who could potentially develop in a couple years to like replace Sean Ryan or something like that, someone like that, or just be a very solid depth guy as well. And Ismail Mondon Jr., basically another Quay Walker that would probably be good enough to replace Quay in a year or two. So Ismail Mondon, I think, would be a solid linebacker to try to develop. Overall, I think I did very, very solid with this mock draft. We didn't have to do any trades. So I think this would be an excellent draft for the Packers. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I love hearing from all y'all. So until next time, peace.